Hello guys, this is Narita Aguirre, and this is my English Language Learners video project. In my commonalities explanations, I added more than 1 point, so if I feel like I can't say all of them in this video, I will just move on to the next slide. However, I will add my ELL video project PowerPoint with my assignment when I turn it in. That way you guys can watch my whole PowerPoint and read all the points that I have. That way you guys can see all that the videos have to offer. So here's my introduction. Doing this project has made me realize that there are plenty of resources out there to help teachers teach English language learners. I found so many great videos with phenomenal strategies that I will use in my classroom. It also made me realize the extra step ELL learners have to go through to be able to learn English material. It seems hectic, but all the steps, strategies, and plans are all designed so that ELL students can become proficient English speakers. Our ultimate goal as educators is to learn all strategies there are to help our English language learner population. It has been growing and growing, and let us not doubt that it will continue to grow. With this being said, all educators need to be prepared to teach the large population of ELL students to help them flourish as individuals and learners. The first video that I watched was called Using a Concept Tool with ELLs. So in this video, ELL teacher Amber Prentice from Colorín Colorado shared this neat strategy that she based off the Great Kapok Tree. So in this book, there were a lot of words that described animal movement and animal sounds. So the students had to make a 2-column chart that described either animal sounds or the animal movement, and the students had to work in the group and then place the words according to where they belonged, either the movement or the sound column. And Miss Amber walked around the classroom and helped each group that needed assistance. Video number 2, Scaffolding Literacy Instruction for English Language Learners. Teacher Caitlin LeClaire used literacy instruction in her 7th grade classroom as I read the book A Long Walk to Water. So this book is pretty much about Africa, and the intriguing thing about this video is that there were a lot of African students within their classroom, and the white students that were in this class were also intrigued by the book. So it was just phenomenal to see African students and white students get along with each other and learn about this text in such close nature. I found it really powerful. And throughout the whole video, the teacher discusses strategies for comprehension and vocabulary. For video number 3, helping ESL and ELL students, Betsy Weigel talks about strategies she uses in her classroom to teach ESL and ELL students. She gives us a classroom walkthrough of things she has in her classroom to help ELL students, but she mainly focuses on her English learner who is on level 1 that has recently moved in from Moldova. She ends the video by saying that all strategies she has discussed are also great for students who have a limited vocabulary. So it's not just for ELL students, it's also for the students who need the extra help. The 3 commonalities that I found are scaffolding vocabulary, providing continuous support, and peer coaching. In my first video, this is what I found. So for scaffolding vocabulary, Amber first started the whole video by explaining what concept and sort means. So concept means idea, sort means group, and then towards the end, she explained animal movements through TPR, or total physical response, to act out how an animal moves, and this ultimately helps students grasp the word faster because they are also using their body movements, which helps the brain learn it faster. For providing continuous support, Amber went to each group and gave them context clues when they were stuck on the word that they didn't know. So, for example, a student was stuck on the word pipe, and then Amber went to that group and guided that student towards the answer until he finally got it. And she also encourages her students to get in groups beforehand and practice discussion within their groups, and then towards the end of the lesson, all the students share what they found, and at that time students are more confident about their answers and then share in a more easier manner. For peer coaching, students are placed in groups to figure out the activity. In the video, students are seen working together to place each word in the right column. It seems like all students are getting along just fine. In video number 2, LeClaire encourages students to think of reading like driving. So whenever they come to a word they don't know, it's like a stop sign. So she encouraged students to come up with ways to solve that problem on how to pass that stop sign. Students came up with looking at the root of the word, rereading the sentence, and making sentence connections within the text. For providing continuous support, LeClaire chose a very powerful text with compelling topics that all students, no matter their race, no matter their ethnicity, connected to the passage because it was very, very compelling. And she walked around the classroom helping students independently, and she focused on the pace of the lesson and wait time given to the students. For peer coaching, students talked about their ideas with table partners and talked to one another about vocabulary. Students were encouraged to talk with one another, learn from one another, and teach one another, according to LeClaire. In video 3, for scaffolding vocabulary, Betsy attached a picture to every word she taught in the classroom. For example, if she had the word light bulb, she would attach a light bulb to that word. And then for her level 1 ELL student, she had a Russian to English dictionary as well as a picture dictionary. And she also used Storia with that student to help her get better with reading as the computer read to her in that program. And for providing continuous support, on every Monday spelling lesson, Betsy uses her smartboard to introduce the 20 spelling words they'll be learning during the week. She explains the rule the words have in common and attaches a picture to the words, that way students can know what the words mean. For peer coaching, Betsy paired the ELL student with a native English speaker who talks nonstop in the class in order for her to learn English faster through those everyday discussions. I think that is great. To close, after watching and analyzing these 3 insightful videos, I have learned a lot. I have gained many strategies and teaching methods to use in my classroom once I graduate. Listening to the teachers in the video speak made me feel excited to one day be like them and share my own tips and tricks with other teachers. Scaffolding vocabulary is critical for student comprehension, but now every time a student comes across a word they don't know, I will think of that stop sign and encourage them to come up with their own solutions. When students can't really understand the lesson, I will be aware that they need my support and therefore jump into the rescue to help them reach the answer. Lastly, just like Amber, I will encourage peer coaching and allow students to share their ideas aloud within their group first, that way they can fully brainstorm on paper, sharpen their ideas, and lose anxiety of talking in big crowds and replace that feeling with loads and loads of confidence until students finally get their chance to shine. At the very end, I have my works cited of all 3 videos I watched, and I also attached the video to my video explanations up here if you guys want to watch them, but I really encourage video number 2. It was my favorite one. Thank you guys.